Hi, my name is James Hargis, and I'm glad to see you all could make it here today. Currently, I am a successful business person, and I've been so for the past number of years. I am the 13th child out of 15. How many of you are from a large family? And like me, how many of you are from a family where violence and physical abuse was prevalent? Not a fun story, was it, guys? Let me share with you an experience I had when I was just a wee lad of 9 years old. My kind father was going to help me. You see, at 9, I had a problem of wetting the bed. And so he looked at me one day. "If you don't stop that shit, I'm gonna beat your ass bloody. Do you got it?" "Yes, I understand." My father was magical. He had a way with words. And so when I went to bed that night and got up the next morning, yes, habits are hard to break. I had an accident again. So I cleaned up and quickly got dressed for school and took off. But at the end of the day, when my siblings and I all got home from school, he had lined us all up. And then he pulled me out, set me to one side, and you see, if you weren't the one getting the special attention, you got the privilege to be a spectator. You could watch and see what could be coming your way if it was your turn next. So he looked at me, growled, "I told you what was going to happen." And he started to beat me. And he beat me. He beat me so bad that I wet myself while he was beating me. And so he decided to beat me even more. And when he was done, he glared at me and growled, "Now get on the floor and clean up your mess with your clothes." As I got down, I swore I would never, ever grow to be a man like that. Fast forward 15 years. I'm a young man in my early 20s. And unbeknownst to me, the teachings and traditions of my father were ingrained in me. I learned them well. I had met a beautiful woman, sparkles in her eyes, dazzling smile, and a face that shone with life and brilliance. She had 2 fabulous boys. Douglas was 9 and Davy was 6. She was working on a physical therapy program to resolve a seizure disorder that Davy had. I looked at the picture here. The boys, they needed a father figure, a role model, and she needed a husband. I was a perfect fit for this. I'm up for it. And so we started working on Davy's program. We did the program for 5 years, and then we were off for 3. And at the beginning of that 3rd year off, Davy died. And while my wife was grieving the loss of her young son, I was consumed and focused on me and my wants. The teachings of my father, oh, they were so good. Even the death of our young boy Davy didn't get me to change my ways. I held fast. Fast forward 20 more years now. In March of 2012, my wife had 2 tickets to a Claim Your Competitive Edge conference in Vancouver. And she looked at me one day. "Would you like to go to Vancouver to a Claim Your Competitive Edge conference?" "Yes, I would love to go to Vancouver. You go to your conference, I'll see the city. Everything will be fantastic." "No, you, me, conference. Maybe we'll do Vancouver after the conference." I had to try. I'm a game player. So with much reservation, we went to the conference, and I attended. And there were 2 keynote speakers that spoke, and when they gave their messages, I felt a tingle inside. You remember the movie The Grinch and How He Stole Christmas? And when his heart started growing? That was me. And as soon as I felt that tingle inside, I flicked that switch off. That was not allowed, because that might break something inside there. Everything was ticking and working just fine. I didn't need any monkeying business going on. At the end of the conference, Dove had an offer of his 4 core courses over the next year. 1 course every 3 months. We signed up. And at the end of each course, I had that same feeling inside. But I remembered, shut it off fast. Shut it off fast. We finished the courses. I was feeling pretty good, but I hadn't committed to the change completely yet. And in November of 2013, I applied for Dov Barron's Authentic Speaker Academy for Leadership. And more surprisingly, after an interview with Dov, he told me I was accepted into the program. Oh my God, how did that happen? Somebody had to have made a mistake, but I'm going to go for it. I'm feeling good. I'm like on top of the world now, riding a high wave. Early January rolls around, and do you remember that beautiful woman I married way back then with the sparkling eyes, dazzling smile, and a glow on her face? Well, when we had gotten married, it's like I'd installed a dimmer switch. And so each year went by, it's like click, click, click. I was turning down the brilliance in her face, the joy in her life, and the sparkle in her eyes. And she looked at me that one day. She said, I want a separation. I need to find myself. I need to find what I lost so many years ago. Now I heard the message loud and clear. And I saw 2 options for me at this point. Go back to those ways and be dead, or I could stick with Dov and his teachings and try and learn to live and enjoy my life. My name is James Hargis. Thank you.